Hey friends, Nick Arnette, Old Dude Disc Golf. In this episode, Jeff Sherfey is back, and this time he's going to give us some putting tips. Video is about 20 minutes long, so I have separated the chapters. Remember to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Here we go, friends. Hey friends, Nick Arnette. Welcome to another episode of Old Dude Disc Golf. Look who is back with us today, the awesome Jeff Sherfey. Lots of great feedback from his forehand episode. So he's back today. Today we're going to work on what, Jeff?
We're going to work on putting.
Putting.
Yeah.
But before we work on the putting, I got to tell you, Jeff comes off a big win last weekend. What event was that, Jeff?
Oh, that was Pasadena Senior Games. I just played well. Yeah, it was just fortunate where everything went in. So
everything went in?
Yeah.
22 under.
No, 20 under, yeah.
20 under on 44 holes. And you tied for the best score in the entire tournament, all the age groups, right?
Yeah. It was
a
good one. It's not usual.
I saw it happen, and I think you can actually look at I do have a video of the senior games, and he's in it. So I'll put a link in the description so you can watch Jeff in action on the course. So anyway, Jeff, what do you say we get to some putting? Let's see what's happening. He's got a technique that's going to change your game, friends. So here we go.
Okay, yeah, what I was going to say is I've never been a great putter. I've been real streaky, but last tournament, I think it was in Kachuma Lakes, first round I putted terrible. Second round, I putted great. And one of the pro disc golfers said, I have to practice. So I wasn't practicing much. I was just relying on thinking I could putt well, and it didn't work. So what I did was, he said to practice. So the week before the Pasadena tournament, I just practiced all week putting, and then I really learned how to putt smooth and with good acceleration. So that's what I'm going to show, and why we need acceleration through our putts.
And that's a concept that is not taught, and we're going to work on that. Jeff's going to give us some examples, and it has really helped me out in my game. So off we go, right, Jeff?
Yeah. So first, I'll tell you why we need to accelerate. It's like anything, like a basketball. It'd be basketball where you're following through. Darts, same thing, that acceleration. And putting is going to be the same way, where you're going to take the putt and you're going to accelerate through. You're not going to decelerate. I think the biggest mistake I would do is I would jab the putt. I would just kind of quit my putt instead of accelerating through. There's a lot of teaching on putting, but I really think the acceleration will give you that feel and the good follow through. But the biggest mistake I see with myself would be leave things short or jab at it. So I'd be jabbing instead of accelerating through. And I really think that's going to give you the feel for.
You know, Jeff, I think a lot of us are taught, and I was taught, that you're snapping a towel, and that's not really, that is kind of jabbing more than accelerating through, I think.
Yeah.
So I like your dart idea, or shooting a free throw like that, where you're putting some touch on it. Like that, you're putting a little touch on it.
Yeah,
like a plane taking off. It takes a little while to get to speed, and then zoom, off it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be the same with forehand, the acceleration, backhand, the acceleration smooth, and the putting. Same thing. It all goes the same.
There you go. That's the Jeff Sherfey method, friends.
No,
He's
it's just a lot of experimenting, and I'm definitely not an expert, but I'm learning. So.
Well, here's a man who practices 2 hours a day. And get this.
Yeah.
He played the tournament on Saturday, 44 holes. All right? He calls me later that day. You're at the gym working out for an hour on cardio after playing.
Yeah.
You are awesome, man.
Yeah, getting older, getting too much to eat. So I got to work off Starbucks and all the stuff I snack on. So.
All right, Jeff. Well, here we go with the lesson.
So first things is you got the marker. Everyone knows what the marker is. And you need a mini to mark your disc, unless the disc is on the ground, you want to use it as a marker, but you have to have a mini. And the key is you have to have everything within a square right behind the disc. One of the key mistakes that I had with the putting is when I putted, I wanted to lean forward too much. So I'd putt and almost fall forward. And if you fall forward before the disc comes to rest, it's a foot fault. So my thing with putting now is just balance. Is going to be balance, not lean too far forward, and everything is acceleration. So I'm not even having a disc, but I'm going to take it and accelerate my hand through and just keep that through. The reason why you want to do repetition is to get it in your mind and get the confidence. If you just go putt a little bit before your tournament or your play, you're not going to get that consistency. But if you just go and maybe do 100 putts and just get that feel, get that nice acceleration, and think about that accelerating through every putt, when you get to the round, it's going to come natural. So what I do is I usually will, I'm just going to go a little shorter, and I'm going to excel through everything. So I haven't tried this, so we'll take it through. Everything is a pure acceleration. That was a little bit off, but you'll see here, so I'm going to do the same thing. That's not a putter. And I'm going to take it back and same thing, accelerate through. So now we're going further, but it's going to be a little more of an acceleration. So I'm going a little uphill. So I'm going to go aim a little bit higher on the basket. And the same thing is going to be accelerating through. So I'm figuring this is about 20, 25 feet uphill. So everything is going to be accelerating through. That was a little bit less on the one that was short. I kind of quit my throw. Okay. So when you quit your throw, it's going to come short. So you're going to have that nice pop acceleration. So what I have is about a 20-foot putt, and the key is smooth acceleration. I don't want to jab at it. And so what you're going to see me is try to be balanced and excel through everything. Hopefully they all go in. So what the feel I have is I'm excelling through. So I can feel the disc excelling through. I'm going to show you one where it would be a decel, where I'm not following through. So I'm going to purposely, it may go in, but I'm going to purposely try to be just quick. And you see the hand? Yes. I'm just quick. I'm going to do one more of those. It's just quick. But now I'm going to excel through. And it gets that distance and that pop that you need. Everything is about follow through. So.
Yeah, you know, Jeff, I'm really glad that you illustrated that, because I just try to get it to spin a lot, and that's how I've been throwing my putts. But I know that this is going to help me a lot.
And with the grip on the putting, this is what I kind of try to do. I'm going to try I personally like to have a finger on here, because I've wrapped before here, and this finger will get caught. So you want to almost have, like, to me, you're not gripping any part. It's all on the top.
Okay.
Because the problem is, once you start wrapping your fingers, it can catch on your finger.
Right.
So I like to have it almost like the fan grip that you did before, but with the finger here. And the same thing, I'm going to, now coming uphill, it's going to be acceleration, but I know the basket's higher, so I want to go a little bit higher on the basket.
Aim a little
higher. And a little bit tilted, but I want to excel through. I'm going back a little bit.
But when you're going uphill, you aim a little higher.
Same a little. And now I'm going to about 30 feet, and I'm going to excel through to get the. So that went in. So.
And this is a smaller basket, right? This is a practice basket, so this is not as easy.
Yeah, but I want to tell you, Nick, it's really key with the acceleration, because you're going to get in a nervous situation where you're maybe 15 feet out and you really want to make it. You may even want to, before you throw your disc, I've seen people just take their hand and get that acceleration through to get the feel for it. Because you're going to get it, sometimes you can get a little nervous and you can quit. And what happens, you don't put the proper spin on the disc, and it usually will be short or left or right and fall out. That's why you want to have that nice acceleration through the disc. And I see some people pop it here. Same thing. It's helped me a ton, especially with confidence, because I play with the pro level and I'll get a little nervous and I'll quit my throw and everything is short. It just drives me crazy. So
such a simple
but I gotta thank I gotta thank the pros for giving me those tips though.
Okay, well, we thank you for giving these tips. This is awesome. I think I'm gonna try this now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Nick is gonna putt and I'm gonna just watch to see if I see anything that he's doing good or what he can improve on. So
Here I go.
20 feet away.
Got my grip, and I wanna like
Exactly.
accelerate. Yeah, I'm not this, I'm that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What you did was your little armsy. So you just went like a loose noodle arm. What you want to do is you want to feel the disc almost go through. Feel it, accelerate. This time, have a little more pop and accelerate. Okay. What you're doing is you're getting very wristy. And you're kind of flicking it. You want to have a smooth, go slow down more and accelerate. So slow and have a slow feel. You're jabbing quick at it. Feels like you're giving, there you go. Make it feel like you're going slow to picking up the speed. It's like when you're throwing darts, you don't throw quick.
Yeah.
It's acceleration. So
all right.
Get the wrist, feel it in the wrist, acceleration. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Keep here, accelerate with the hand. Don't accelerate with the arm necessarily, just the hand. The hand's gonna take it. So it's gonna be accelerate with the hand. You're kind of armsy. So your whole arm, so you're getting no flick on your disc. That's why it wobbled. So
makes sense. Okay.
Get that feel of moving a little closer.
Okay.
And get that feel like the disc, it's going to accelerate through with you could just do it with your wrist. You don't even, there you go. That was better. That was better. You kind of tilted out of it a little bit, so it went to the left. So keep it straight and accelerate. Don't try to guide it. Just it'll go naturally.
Keep it straight and accelerate. I like that.
There, that was your best one right there. Just a little lower. Good acceleration. Okay, you went a little bit armsy
again. Yes.
Get here, get the feel of the wrist, snapping it through.
Yeah, it's hard to break the habits, but this is my weakest part of the game.
So here, feel like it's excelling with this part, not armsy, but that part. There you go. That was the best one right there. Now you're getting the feel. Accelerate, slow to pick up. There you go. There you go. Okay, good. You're just off target a little bit, but those are good accelerations.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Man.
Feels better. Awesome. He's such a great coach.
And what you don't see here is Nick is putting on a little bit of an angle. So the angle means if you're going down this way, it's going to tend to go to the left a little bit. So I already know that, so I may go a little bit more to the right pocket here. But do the same thing and aim. When you're putting, there's going to be a little yellow line. Try to aim there. Don't just see the whole basket, but aim mid to upper and aim that and full follow through.
And should my toe be pointing at the basket or sideways?
I like it a little tilted, almost like kind
of like a
snowboarding, just a little tilt.
Okay.
Okay, good. Accelerate more. Accelerate more. There you go. Good. A little more acceleration. Have it slower to pick up the speed. Okay, that was good. You got a little armsy, so it wobbled. So even though it went fast, you still want to get that spin, because you see mine really don't wobble a lot, and if it does, it's just because I'm not getting the spin in the disc.
Got to get
the spin is important, especially to hold its line. That's why these really good pros, they can putt long ways, and they get a nice pure spin. There you go. There you go.
Shot.
So what I'm going to show Nick is really the focus is, for me, it's really helped me I mean, this has just been within a couple weeks, all this, but is having the acceleration. That acceleration is key, and you get the power, everything. You're not just armsy with it. It's that acceleration. So I'm going to go a little bit back. So now we're about 35 feet, but I'm going to excel, and it should have the right distance. It's a little uphill too. So it's close on that one, but that was a good acceleration. So now we're probably about maybe 40 feet uphill, but it was close. But what I'm doing is that acceleration, so it's going to have the right distance. If I decel, it'll always seem to come short. So okay, sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where you're behind a tree or an object and you have to putt around it. So what you want to do is you're going to come out and step out, and you're going to still have to putt. Here, I can't fall forward because I'm within probably 15 feet. But here, I really have no putt, so I want to step out. And this is really key, where it's going to be acceleration. You want your wrist to accelerate. So here, I'm going to, same thing, accelerate. And if I was further back, and I was around a tree, I want to accelerate. So here, same thing, smooth acceleration. And here. So that's going to be key. If you're just getting armsy, it's going to wobble, and you're not going to have that nice consistency where you want it to go. And it worked really good for me in the tournament. I was really shocked how all this practice of acceleration became, it got to be almost, I didn't have to think much about it because I practiced so much that. But if you practice bad habits, though, it'll tend to do the same thing. So if you're just taking putting lightly and just kind of throwing it different ways, you're not going to get that smooth consistency. And that's why I see that a lot of the top putters, the pro level, they're all accelerating smooth, and it's a pure flight. It's really nice to watch. I'm like a lot of guys, I've been playing competitive for 3 years, so I'm learning, and I going to pro level, I really learned. So it's humbling, but it's neat to watch these guys do it properly. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right, it takes practice and thought too. You have to remind yourself not to be armsy and to get the wrist to flick it at the end. Acceleration and
what's going to really cure that is if you just keep practicing and thinking of the acceleration, because the more you do that over and over and over, it'll come naturally. I did competitive college basketball, so they'd put us at the free throw line for, it seems like, 15 minutes every day afterwards, and you just have to get that routine. So when you get in a tight situation, you've done it so long, it's not out of the ordinary. It won't feel uncomfortable.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, that's the Jeff Sherfey method. Accelerate.
No, it's actually it's just natural for anything. Darts, basketball, football is that good to follow through. So I've watched a lot of lessons, but I really haven't seen that emphasis on getting the follow through and the acceleration.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So
thank you. Well, I hope a lot of people benefit from this. Obviously, I have a lot of work to do, but at least I have a good foundation now, and I'll provide some updates later on.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm definitely not one of these top guys that do this. I'm like a lot of players, keep continually learning, but it's been to me, I just haven't seen it taught that much. I know the follow through is important, but I don't see the emphasis on that with a lot of teaching. A lot of people just want to do long shots, but they're not thinking the short game. So everything from the forehand to the backhand to the putting, it's all acceleration. So
there it is.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, and then we can find you on Instagram, right? Right, Jeff?
Oh yeah, Sherfey Jeff.
Sherfey Jeff. I'll post that underneath there. And you post a lot of little disc golf things there.
A little bit, yeah. My wife takes me all over. I got my Portugal shirt, so is that Portugal? No, that's Spain. Yeah, Barcelona. I should know. Wow. But I got all the football uniforms from all the places we go because I like to collect these because they're good disc golf shirts. They're all kind of baggy, so, and it doesn't show any of my weight. So.
Hey, dude, you don't have any.
I
You're
do.
awesome. Jeff, thanks again for being with us. I know a lot of old dudes and beginner disc golfers at every level can benefit from what you're teaching. So thanks again for your time, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Jeff is awesome, huh? Oh my gosh. He's going to be in the next episode giving us some backhand tips, so be sure and watch that. The main thing is it's kind of like throwing a dart. That's kind of the boom, boom, boom. It's kind of like a rhythm. So so I got to get used to it. You saw how terrible my putting was, but at least it's something that I can work on. And it works on the forehand and the backhand, the same idea. He'll show us that in the next episode. All right, then. Thanks for being with us today on Old Dude Disc Golf. You guys are just a wonderful community, and I'm grateful for all of you. In the meantime, everyone, never forget, never, never, never forget, you are awesome. You're awesome. Catch you next time, friends.